You don't have a job and you only finished middle school. Panelists, I'm done with you. I'm not going to let some old woman take advantage of me. Never. Just pack your things and leave. I've been married to you for a long time, so be thankful. Are you asking for a divorce? Then he yelled, don't ask me to take you back. You know what I mean. Should I make it clearer? You're too dumb to get it. Are you going to divorce me and marry my sister instead? They stared at each other in shock. My name is Jane. I live with my husband, Tim. I'm in my late 50s and he's 5 years younger than me. I have a younger sister who went to college with my husband. She's the reason I met him. We have 2 children, both of whom are grown up and have their own families. At my age, I often think about the past. A lot has happened in my life. I'm happy to have had 2 children, but I'm not happy with my husband. He makes fun of my education and says I only have a middle school diploma. He always says this when we argue. My husband is right. I only finished middle school. I wanted to go to high school, but we were very poor. Back then, the internet wasn't around, and the world felt small. So, I followed my parents' advice, graduated from middle school, and got a job. My sister, who is 5 years younger, graduated from college because I worked hard to support her. I didn't want her to struggle like I did, so I worked extra hard. Luckily, she was a great student. She got into a top university, and my husband, who went to the same school, is really proud of it. Whenever we argue, he brings up his education. When we first met, he never acted like he was better than me. When we got married and had our first daughter, I was so happy, but slowly, that happiness faded. Back then, it was common for women to quit their jobs after getting married. I planned to quit and focus on raising our child, but my husband wouldn't let me. He wanted me to work full-time, take care of the house, and raise our child, but when our first son was born, he quit his job. I thought he'd let me be a stay-at-home mom, but he didn't help. Housework and childcare were still my responsibility. If he wasn't going to help, I thought at least he could bring in money. I was scared I wouldn't be able to raise 2 kids alone. I worried about money. 6 months after he quit his job, I said, "It's time for you to find a job." He snapped, "Who do you think you're talking to? You're the only one here. It's been 6 months, are you going to stay unemployed? You can't tell me what to do." I sighed and said, "Not again. Unlike you, who only finished middle school, I'm someone special. Good for you. So, I guess you'll reach your big goal soon. If I want a job, I'll get one. You don't get to pick my job. I can choose whatever I want." "Oh really? Then pick one." "I can't. There's no job I want." He may have graduated from a top university, but he couldn't earn a living. If he didn't do anything, his degree was just a piece of paper. At least he should do something for the family. What kind of idiot are you? It's ridiculous for me to do it, right? You're the one who gave birth to the kids. You should be grateful. I've stayed with this man for so many years without divorcing him because of the situation we were in. In our time, people would turn against you if you got divorced. It wasn't just the mother who suffered, people would talk about the kids too. I really didn't want that to happen, but now, my kids are grown, and I think it's okay to end things with him. I'm about to retire, and I'm starting to think that getting a divorce at this age might actually be a good thing. Just imagining it makes my future seem brighter. I've been studying for my high school equivalency exam for a while. With the kids grown up, I have more time to study, and I finally passed the exam. I haven't told my husband about it yet. I know he would just make fun of me if I did. The other day, I got the letter of acceptance. I also got a call from my sister. "Hey, how's it going? I'm on my way over. You're home, right? What's going on?" "Well, I'm home." "Okay, I'll unlock the door in 10 minutes. She hung up. 10 minutes later, my sister really showed up. "What's wrong? How's your husband?" "We got divorced." "What? When?" It was about 6 months ago." "I didn't know that." "I didn't tell you. By the way, do you have an extra room?" "No, we don't." "Yes, you do. The kids are all grown up." "Yes, but I've kept their rooms in case they want to visit." "Then the guest room is free." "Well, it is. I'll just stay there then." "Okay. I'm moving in today." "Wait, isn't that a little too sudden?" "No, it's fine. I've already talked to Tim about it." "That's right. I told her to come if she needed help." Just then, my husband came home from the store. "Why did you decide this without asking me?" "It's strange. Your sister is in trouble. You should be helping her. That's why people who only finish middle school are idiots." "You're right, and she doesn't help anyone. Judy always sides with him against me. I know she's been like that, but I can't stand it anymore. I've done so much for her. She's still my family, but I can't help feeling bitter about it. After that, I had no say in the matter. I started living with Judy, and I was the only one working in the family. Judy and Tim did nothing every day. If you're staying at someone's house, at least help out. Why isn't Tim paying or doing anything? Oh, Jen, you must have had a hard time since you only finished middle school. You're really obsessed with money. I was shocked. After a while, Judy and Tim started going out together. What bothered me the most was how they acted around each other. It seemed like they were more than just family, they acted like lovers. I see, I'll have to figure this out. The truth about all this. It wouldn't be surprising if they ended up in a relationship, considering how little sense they have. I hired an agency to investigate them, and a week later, the results confirmed what I expected. They were having an affair. When I told my kids, they agreed I should get a divorce. Now, I had no regrets. I decided to wait for the perfect time to leave. While they were away, I worked toward my law degree. It all started when I was working as a janitor at a lawyer's office. There, an employee told me he passed the bar exam at 69 years old. I was inspired. I thought it was amazing that someone in their 70s could still take on a challenge. Hearing that, I decided I'd take on the challenge too. The day I retired finally came. I came home, and Tim and Judy had strange smiles on their faces. I want to talk to you. What's going on? You retired today, right? So, you're unemployed now. How will you survive without a job and with only a middle school education? Enough, I'm done with you both. I won't let an old woman like me take advantage of you. Pack your things and get out. I've been married to you for years, so be grateful. In other words, you want a divorce? He yelled. Don't ever ask me to take you back. You know what I mean, you just don't get it. Are you planning to divorce me and marry Judy? They both looked at each other in surprise and started laughing. You knew? Fine, let's do this quickly. I don't need you anymore. If you really want to stay, I guess you can beg me. I don't need to do that. I wanted to divorce him when I retired, so this works out perfectly. Then do it. I pulled out the divorce papers from my bag. They froze, staring at me with their mouths open. Please hurry, I'm leaving. Why did you prepare the divorce papers? Because I'd been thinking about it. I felt like now was the right time. I changed clothes for the last time. Hurry, let's go. Isn't it good that Jen is finally leaving? Tim signed the divorce papers at her urging. Okay, that's done. I checked the papers without hesitation. He didn't like my attitude. He was still swearing. You're just a middle school graduate. You know you're going to die soon, right? Oh, I don't know about that. Please, both of you. I raised my voice, clear enough for my kids to hear. Here, hold this so he doesn't tear it up. Okay, I've got it. You guys are disgusting. You're the worst father ever. You think graduating from that fancy university makes you special, but it doesn't do anything for your life. You're proud of a piece of paper while you've been unemployed your whole life. That's really dumb, don't you think? What? The truth is, my daughter beat him to the punch. You're such a dumb, unemployed old jerk. Okay, kids, that's too true. You're so honest. I've got proof of your affair. Get ready to pay for it. Well then. I left the house with my kids after they had no money. They should have paid me $1 million. Surprisingly, they managed to pay, but I think they borrowed money from a dangerous lender who gives loans to people with no job or guarantees. Then, I filed for divorce and became free. Now, I could finally focus on my studies. I worked part-time as a cleaner and studied hard. In the end, I was accepted into the law school I wanted. After 4 years, I graduated, passed the bar exam, and became the lawyer I always dreamed of being. My kids and their families threw me a little celebration. Life was wonderful. But of course, my ex-husband and Judy were still looking for me. How do I know? My ex-husband showed up at my new house. Please help me. I heard him crying outside. Your sister Judy doesn't work at all. We have no money. I went to see my kids. They won't see me. Of course not, you idiot. What are you saying? You think you'll be something great just because you went to college? You've got nothing. Don't be stupid. I just passed the bar exam. Well, whatever. If I fail, I'll be just like him. Now you're asking for money from the person you've always made fun of? That's hilarious. Why do you live in such a nice place? I do because of my job. You work? Yeah, I do. I used to be a janitor at a law firm. You're a cleaner? Yeah, I am. I clean my own desk. Your desk? What are you talking about? I kept the door chain on and opened the door. Here you go. I showed him my lawyer badge. He froze. You know, if you don't give up, you can keep living like this, but if you keep following me, we'll fight it out in court. I said that and slammed the door. After that, my ex-husband never came back. Judy did once, but I told her the same thing, and she never came back either. The two of them, who only have education, will keep falling apart without trying. I guess they'll continue on their path. If you don't give up, anything is possible. Jen is a hard worker, and she deserves our respect. I'm happy her kids are fully on her side. I hope Jen has a fulfilling life. Thank you for watching until the end. Please subscribe to our channel if you liked it. See you in the next video.